Hey y'all, welcome back to M. Jones Style. I am going to take you on a garden tour of the east side of my property. Today is a beautiful day for that, and I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what's growing and how my garden is coming along on the east side. Let's go. Okay guys, let's start on the east side of my property. Over here is where we recently installed the fence, and this is a garden bed that I've been working on since last spring, and I'm really proud of it. It's coming along just fine. I have a pot here, and I just recently potted this up. This has the Mystic Spire Salvia. That is a perennial, and it should come back. And then I put some marigolds in with it. I have some Russian sage here that came back from last year, and it's really doing well. And then over here is the blue mealy sage. And I recently planted this rosemary. Now I had to put this light here to keep people from stepping on the rosemary. I think I planted it a little bit too close to the walkway. Let's go on inside the gate, which I am so happy to have, because since I've installed this gate, the deer have not been coming in. Over here is my coreopsis, and it has some buds on it, and it's going to start blooming pretty soon. More of the Russian sage. This right here was an allium. It's already bloomed. I have my pot of my violas here. They will be fizzling out pretty soon, so I went ahead and added some marigolds there. Over here is my black-eyed Susans. They're coming back. And I have some lantana that's coming back. I'm really excited about that because sometimes it comes back and sometimes it doesn't. This is my East Friesland sage. I have several of these. I have them in this really pretty purple, and then I have a magenta color as well. I recently put in this water fountain that I got on Amazon, and I will try and link this water fountain in the description below once I learn how to do that. Here is my Buddha. I got this from Home Goods. And guys, my Gara is coming back. Over in this section here, I have two pots that I brought out of the garage from the winter. They wintered over really well. This right here is an ice plant. It's called Baby Sun Rose. Should have some little flowers on it eventually. And then I have a really pretty dianthus. And guys, look at my Peggy Martin rose. She's starting to bloom. And she's coming on up her trellis. Now I'll step over here and show you this section, and then I'll go down and tell you all about the plants that's inside this section. I still have some violas here. They are still blooming, and they're just so pretty. More of the Eastland sage. It's also called Friesland. But this is the one that's kind of a magenta color. Over there in the corner is my coralberry. And I planted this last year, and look how big it's gotten. So pretty. Over here is my clematis. It's already starting to climb the trellis. And it's called the Bee's Jubilee. This right here is my soapworts. And this is something that you can eat. I didn't realize that. I did some research on it and found out that you can. Here are my fall obedient plants. And guys, this reseeded everywhere. I had one plant, and look at this. My Gerber daisies are blooming. I overwintered them in the garage, and they are doing so well. More of my pansies and violas. Isn't that a beautiful one? I have a succulent here. My autumn joy sedum. Guys, this is such a great plant. If you don't have this plant, you need to have it. And look, there's a praying mantis. Over here, I've got a little bit of a problem. This is my plumeria. I overwintered it in the garage, and I don't know what happened, but can you see how the ends look like they're damaged? So I'm going to cut those off and see if I can't save this plant. Now I wanted to show you here, I need to pot my amaryllis from the winter time. So I need to get that in the ground, And what I plan on doing right here is getting me like a little ground cover and sticking it up under this step and just let it kind of grow out from there, because the guy who installed this step didn't do that good of a job. Even though it's very secure and solid, it just is not quite done right. And then over here is where I have my salvia, the red ones. I did a mixture of red and hot lip. I've got my Helen Bonstein lamb's ear. And guys, I thinned this out last fall, and look at how much it's grown. They need to be thinned out every now and then in order to help them to thrive. Here are the hot lips. You see how it's white with the little red lips? Isn't that cute? Now over here is my Henry Duelberg. It's already starting to bloom. Let me get over here so you can see these pretty blossoms. More of the hot lips there. My ajuga. made it through the winter, this is a really good ground cover for winter. So I may get some more of this ajuga and place it under the steps. Look how pretty all the different variations of color. I transplanted this phlox over to this side of the yard, and it's kind of a really pretty purple, so I think it's going to be blooming here pretty soon. I potted up this pot here with the vincas. I love these. These are the ones with the white with the red eye. They're just so sweet to me. Here are my petunias, purple, along with some marigolds that I potted up recently. And my veronica, it is starting to bloom. I have a couple of different varieties here. I have this color, and then I have a color that's a little bit lighter. That one hasn't started to bloom yet, but it will. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, come back. I am going to be doing some more garden tours of the other gardens that I have on the property. Thanks guys for watching. Talk to you later. Bye now.